New hair, new shoe. Good morning, YouTube. What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. I have new hair. I'm not really sure how to style it yet, so I'm just gonna leave it like this and we'll see how it goes. Anyways, today we're not talking about my hair. We're talking about a new shoe that I just got that I just could not wait to do a first run impressions on. And that shoe is the Nike Zoom Fly 4. I have seen quite polarizing opinions about the Zoom Fly 4 and the Zoom Fly line in general. I know overall people either kind of love or hate the Zoom Fly line. But this is my first time ever trying a Zoom Fly. I've never ever had another one of them on my feet or my foot, whatever. I have to say, despite not seeing a lot of really positive reviews on this shoe, and if they were positive, they weren't exactly glowing. They were just kind of yeah, it's a good shoe. I so far really do like this shoe, so we're gonna talk about why that is. Ruby's going totally crazy today. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. We've eaten a Christmas ornament, we've stolen socks. Now we're just running amok around the house. Please send help. But anyway, we're gonna talk about what I like about this shoe today and all that fun stuff that we always do. So let's look at the run footage and then we'll talk all about the Nike Zoom Fly 4.
We watch the sun go down over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. Stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. If you stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay. We were never meant to last, but all the fun times we...
Before we get started today, I do want to let you know that this shoe was sent to me by Nike. However, they're not going to see this video before you. They can't tell me what to say, and all of my opinions are my own. For a women's size 8, this shoe comes in at 8.2 ounces, but for my size 10.5 women's, this shoe came in at 9.7 ounces. But I will tell you that it doesn't really feel like a 10-ounce shoe. It has an 8mm drop with 39mm of stack in the heel and 31 in the forefoot. And for me, the Nike Zoom Fly 4 is true to size. So the Zoom Fly 4's upper is kind of two different layers. The layer that's gonna hit your foot here is a fly knit construction. So it is kind of like a booty type of fit on your foot. And I would say that this fly knit, because I know that in all of my videos I say every fly knit shoe feels different, and I still stand by that. In this fly knit shoe, I feel like it feels most like the Epic Reacts upper, if anybody can remember that. And then on top of that fly knit material is a mesh layer, and that's what the laces are connected to, and that's what kind of gives you the fit that this shoe does have through the midfoot. Moving to the back of the shoe, the heel counter is fairly sturdy. It did keep my heel in place. I had no problems with it. So I'll say off the bat, I'm digging this upper a lot. You're already getting a good feel and fit from the fly knit. And then you have the mesh upper that once you cinch the laces down, it kind of just wraps the whole package together. And I think this shoe has a really nice lockdown. And if we turn the shoe this way, I'm also really digging the fit in the forefoot. Nike likes to make their forefoots nice and wide and their midfoots really skinny, especially on tempo day, race day shoes. They kind of did that here without going too nuts. but I do like the wide-ish forefoot here. I don't feel constricted in there, and I feel like my toes have enough room. They're not crunched up, and lengthwise, I do have plenty of room as well, so very comfortable fit all around here, really. Another great thing about this shoe is that it is very breathable, especially in that forefoot. Here in New York, obviously it's getting cold outside, so you do feel a little bit chilly on the toes in those first maybe mile or two. But it does get a little bit better, and I think that in warmer climates or workouts where you're really trying to like pick up the pace and your body temperature is going to go way up, you're going to want this breathability. So I think they did a really nice job there. Another area I want to touch on is this ankle collar. I usually hate when running shoe brands do these like sharp ankle collars, and then the padding is like within the ankle. It's hard to see. I'll try to get like a more blown up shot of it, but the top of the ankle collar looks kind of harsh, and then inside the shoe is where the padding is. I took one look at this and I said, that is going to annoy me or give me irritation. But it did not, and I've worn lower socks with this shoe, and I've had no issues with blistering or rubbing or any kind of problem in that area, much to my surprise. And I've had no issues with blisters, hot spots, or irritation anywhere on the upper of this shoe, and I think Nike did a really nice job here. I much prefer this upper over the Tempo Next Percents 1,000 times over. Every single time wouldn't even be a competition. Now let's talk about the midsole. The midsole of the Zoom Fly 4 is made up of their React foam, and it also has a full-length carbon plate. Now a lot of people say that React foam is dated, it's not exciting, it's not what it once was, and all the other brands have caught up to it now and it's just kind of bleh. Well, I can definitely see that logic, and React is a foam that I also feel like feels different in every single shoe that I try. But here in the Zoom Fly 4, I really enjoy it. It's not this exciting sensation that you're gonna feel from like Zoom X or Power Run PB from Saucony, or even like Fuel Cell foam in the RC Elite, that kind of thing. It's not like that. It is a more standard EVA foam, but I don't feel like there's anything wrong with EVA. We've been running in it for decades. I think we're gonna be all right. To me, this shoe was just the right amount of soft, but also propulsive from that plate. I don't know, I just really liked it. I feel like it's a nice, solid, smooth ride. And something that I hated in the Tempo Next Percent was how disjointed and just a harsh ride it was. I don't feel like that's the case here. I feel like with the Zoom Fly 4, at least, I'm not sure about the other models, but with the Zoom Fly 4, Nike kept it fairly simple, just using this one foam with this plate, and the two, in my opinion, pair pretty well. I've taken the shoe on 3 different runs so far, one easy 3-miler, one more of like an up-tempo-ish 5-miler, and then today was kind of just like a whatever pace 4-miler. So it has a decent amount of miles on it so far, and they've all kind of varied. I felt like this shoe felt fine at easy pace. It wasn't uncomfortable because of that carbon plate. And that's the thing I like about this shoe, is that the plate is there and you're gonna notice that it's there, but it's not going to be one of those plates that makes itself really noticeable and can become uncomfortable at slower speeds. When you do pick up the pace, that's when the shoe really does shine. Obviously, that's what it's mostly meant for. And once that carbon plate is engaged, it works so well with your stride, and it just doesn't feel uncomfortable or jarring. I didn't feel like it had any issue getting up to the pace that I wanted to be at, and we were just able to work together once we got up there and stay at that pace as well. I could definitely see people watching this video and saying, well, what's the point of it? It's heavy, it looks like a daily trainer, but it has a carbon plate. I think the beauty of this shoe is that you can use it for so many different things. I wouldn't necessarily recommend running in a carbon plated shoe every single day, but this could be geared towards daily training if you're into that type of thing, or you just really like the way this shoe feels. I could understand that. This could be your shoe for tempo workouts. And if you don't want to spend $200 million on a super shoe, then this could also be your racer. So I do feel like it is worth the amount of money that it costs, which we'll get to, but I think this is a pretty versatile option. And I also think this shoe did a decent job with stability. Again, totally a neutral shoe here. It is not a stability shoe, but for someone like me who does tend to overpronate, it pretty much held it together. I mean, I still am slightly overpronating, but not bad, and it didn't cause me any pain at all like the Endorphin Speed 2 did. I don't know, I know there's a lot of people who didn't like this shoe, so maybe I'm crazy and I'm in the minority here, but I gotta be honest, I really had a good time in it and I can't wait to keep running in it some more. If we turn the shoe over, you'll see that Nike is using some rubber in the forefoot and then 2 strips of rubber in the heel. The rest is exposed React foam throughout. I, as an aesthetic thing, really like that they made the rubber white. I don't know, I just think it looks cool. But regardless of that, I haven't had any problems with traction on this shoe. I'm not positive if this is the same exact rubber that's used in like the Next Percent, but I do really like the rubber that's used in the Next Percent. So if this is the same, then I can see why I like it. I think it grips onto surfaces just fine. And I also think that the durability of it is pretty good. So time will tell with that, but I haven't had any issues with it so far. The Nike Zoom Fly 4 is $159.95 on runningwarehouse.com, which seems like a fair price considering that the Endorphin Speed from Saucony is also, I think, about $160. And they're pretty much like the same exact kind of shoe, so fine. Would I love it to be less? Sure, but it ain't, so $159 or bust. If you're interested in picking up your own pair of the Nike Zoom Fly 4, I'll put a link in the description of this video. Keep in mind, this is an affiliate link that doesn't mean anything for you, but it just helps out my channel so I can keep making these reviews and hopefully you can keep enjoying them. My conclusion here is that despite the naysayers, I'm a fan of the Zoom Fly 4. I think it's a fun shoe. This shoe will absolutely get to 50 miles for me and I am very excited to take it there. Well everyone, that concludes my first run impressions of the Nike Zoom Fly 4. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit the notifications bell so you can find out every time I upload a new video. I'm also digging this color. I like the men's better, but the women's is cool too. I have some more videos for you next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like Heller. See you next time.